Hello everyone, I'm going to talk to you about my final deliverable of the key project. First of all, how is going to help this investigation? The purpose of this research is to help girls in the basketball teams. What I'm trying to solve is which is the right angle for making a three-point shot when the girl is between 1.50 and 1.60 meters. This is going to help them to make more plays and get better results in their games. How about our theoretical framework? As this is a parabolic motion problem, I'm going to use some of the equations established for this topic. The main ones are going to be the one of the initial velocity on x and initial velocity on y. So we can generalize the velocity that is needed and determine the proper angle for the shot. Our experimental design. Our hypothesis is that a girl between 1.50 and 1.60 meters should make a three-point shot with an angle of 47 degrees, and that's what I'm trying to solve and prove on the next slides. The variables. We have three different kind of variables. The independent variables, the dependent variables, and the control variables. The independent ones are the ones that are formed by the angles. Basically, the ones between the torso and the arm and the forearm, the wrist and the forearm, and the palm of the hand and the ball. The dependent variables are going to be the range of the shot in the distance on the x-axis, the altitude of the ball on the y-axis, and the angle of the ball when entering the basket. And the control variables is the weight of the balloon, the distance between the shooting point and the basket, the hop height, and the size of the ball. All the variables, specifically the speed and the angle, are going to be measured in the tracker software. Our groups, we have two different kind of groups, the control one and the experimental one. Every single one is needed by one girl in each one of the groups. The first one, the control group, is going to be a girl who is going to make the first shot and then is not going to be part of the rest of the experiment. And the experimental group is going to be another girl who is going to make the first shot with the control group. Then after making the calculus, is going to repeat the shot with the necessary modification. Steps to make the experiment. First, you need two girls between 1.50 and 1.60 meters. You have to assign a girl a number of the data collection for the data collection. In the basketball field, you have to ask the girl one to throw two times the shot of the 3 points. You have to register the number of the shooter, the height, and the result of the shot. If the get in is positive, if the didn't is negative. After that, with the two videos, you need to make the analysis on the tracker software to determine the initial velocity and the angle of every single one of the girls. You have to use the formulas that we were said before to determine the angle that mathematically must be correct to rise the three-point shot. After that, you have to ask the other girl to repeat the shot, but this time with the angle that you get of the analysis. Also, you have to register the data, the number of the shooter, the height, and the result. After that, you must have your conclusions obtained by the data we said before. This is a little explanation about the experimental design. You have the height of the basket, the distance, and the height of the girl. With the materials and the method, the materials is going to be the tracker software, the flexometer, and the Excel software. The softwares are going to register and analyze the data, and the flexometer is to be sure that the distance is going to be the proper one. The methods, of course, we are going to be measuring in meters and angles. Our data collection and analysis. This is like a little table about our first results. The player one, who has a height of 1.60 meters, have both negative results. The first one with an angle of 49.5 degrees, and the second one with an angle of 47.5 degrees. After that, the second player who made the first shot with the first player has a negative result with an angle of 30.1 degrees, and this second player has a height of 1.57 meters. The second shot, the one that we made after the analysis, was positive and has an angle of 47.3 degrees. Here is a plot of our data analysis about the angles. Here is some part of our experiment about making the analysis on the tracker software that help us determining the angle and all the plots about the motion on the y, x, and velocity plots. Our conclusion. After making the analysis of the data, my conclusion is that for making a three-point shots, you need a straight angle and direction. The straight and the directions are variables that are perfectly measured but are very, very hard to control in a human, as we don't have like a little uh, control about our stroke that it went. And also the direction is something that we need to practice. But the angle is something that can be the difference in a shot, and it is perfectly controlled in a human. So the angle is a determiner variable. And after all, our hypothesis was confirmed. An angle of 47 degrees is a perfect one to make a girl between 1.50 and 1.60 meters achieve a three-point shot. For the future, we recommend to make the experiment with more girls. As this experiment was made under certain situations that was the quarantine, it was very, very hard to be sure that other girls could do it. Also, we recommend to make the experiment with girls who practice this sport with more regularly, as this experiment was made with my mom and my sister who are not used to play basketball. Also, we want to say at the end that the application of the result was excellent. The results were the expected ones. So that was my investigation. Hope you understand it. And also, we hope we can make it in the future again so we can be sure and this investigation could help so many people. Thank you.